small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
Hello and welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. From rules to rolling to review, we teach RPGs so you can play too. And tonight we return to our chronicle of Vampire the Masquerade. It's been going so well.
Nothing wrong has happened at all. Oops.
If I could have my lovely players go around and say their name, their character's name, and their least favorite location in New York. Little inverse of last episode's opener.
Well, I'm Holly, they, she. I play Evelyn, she, her, Tremere. Never done anything wrong in her entire life. And my least favorite place in New York. This one's going back a little bit. When the L train was down and every college party was off that godforsaken L train that ran every 20 minutes.
Ugh.
So my least favorite place in New York is on that damn L train.
Okay, that's real.
Real.
With that, also hating the L train, hi, I'm Skylar. He, they, it, all interchangeable. And I'm playing Damien with so fucked McLean. He, him, gangrel. And my least favorite place in New York is the old karaoke bar that I used to work at out in Williamsburg. That place sucked so bad that when I occasionally go there and have to pass it, I just my body shudders. I do not want to go back. You will never get me to.
Hi, I'm Neo. I use they and him pronouns, and I play Anastasia Mesmer. You know, I've been saying both Anastasia and Stasia. It's interchangeable, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And she uses she, her. She is a Malkavian. And my least favorite place in New York is Times Square. Now, you may think that's a contrived answer, but I have a legitimate reason to hate it, is that I have to go to it very frequently because Ripley Greer and all the studios are there, so I have to go there all the time. Fucking sucks. It's crowded and dirty and stinky, and I hate it. And I have to go there all the time.
And I am, have been, and will continue to be your storyteller, Julian, she, her pronouns. And I also hate Times Square with a burning passion, but I am thankfully forced to go there less often. I just think it's the nexus of all evil. And I'll give a special shout out to the corner of 125th and Malcolm X Boulevard, the only place I've ever seen a gun fired in real life.
Oh,
Whoa.
I don't think I've ever told you all that story.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, I ran very fast.
Yeah.
Broad daylight, too.
ooh.
Yeah, the fact it was daylight was really
Insane.
shocking.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't go there.
I'm avoiding.
This was back in the COVID era, and I was literally like only in that area because I had to walk to a place to drop off my like self-administered at-home COVID tests for delivery.
So weird.
Bizarre.
Oh my god. Glad you're safe.
Yay.
Unlike
No, I'm a
few
ghost.
yeah.
Unlike
a few
vampires.
schmucks we know.
Yeah, speaking of those schmucks are finally reunited as they have met themselves a new... Ally is such a fun word. It's not accurate, but it's fun. As they have met a hideous, rail-thin, clad in all black, shaved, it's a hairdo NosferaTwo named Pele, who is currently leading the three of you snaking through the halls of the service end of the Plaza Hotel's back half, heading towards, as you have heard, his sister. There's been a brief tete-a-tete in the hallways, y'all kind of getting caught up on each other's situations. And that catch-up is almost accurate. Skylar, you had inquired at the end of the last episode if there was any chance for you to see through Evelyn's ruse.
Yeah.
And I think a contested roll is an appropriate way to start our session here.
I'd love
Let's see
that.
exactly how well she lies.
she's probably a better liar than I am a truth seeker, but I thought it was worth giving a shot at the very least.
Yep.
Well, what should I roll?
Evelyn will be rolling manipulation plus subterfuge, and good old Damien will be rolling wits plus insight.
All right, you'll probably win this. I have 3 between my 2 stats.
Could I make an argument that it's a performance?
Sure.
So I would like to argue that, like, everything about Evelyn, because everything that she does is a lie, as being like this person that upkeeps the masquerade, is that this is kind of continuing her performance of someone who is in control, as someone who is putting on this narrative.
Someone who's most dedicated to the Vama.
And that I'm most dedicated to this. And it's not just one lie. It's like I am reconstructing this whole story to make it look good for me.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. I get that through. And also because I kind of wanted to stay secret. Ooh, my lord. Okay, I got 3 1s, but I got 3 successes.
And then...
I also got 3 successes.
I'm gonna surge.
Surges have to be declared before
Okay,
you
cool,
roll,
cool,
but you
cool.
could burn willpower to reroll.
I'll burn willpower. And how many do I get to reroll? Just one?
Up to 3.
Not to maybe... this would be to shoot myself in the own foot a little bit. Would they get 1 bonus dice because the NosferaTwo friend kind of backed up their story?
The NosferaTwo was helping, that's true.
Maybe you
That's
could add
true.
1 bonus die, maybe that'll switch.
I think, yeah, roll the 1 bonus die first and see if you're gonna need to burn willpower.
Thank you, Skylar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much appreciated.
I got a 10.
Okay. Yep.
4 successes.
Four
I
over
think
3.
I think he goes in like about to grill you, like, what do you mean? You mean she got past you, killed the what? Why didn't you come back up and get us if she killed the guy? And like is starting to grill you when
in turn Anastasia arrives and the whole group is heading up through the tunnels. So Holly, what's the narrative that Evelyn is kind of spinning here for her compatriots?
The narrative that Evelyn is spinning, because Evelyn would do it better than me, is that Evelyn is telling a tale of how by the time that she came back down, this guy was already dead and it was blinking, and she doesn't know how she got back down there. But I'm sorry, you want me to waste time going back upstairs instead of corroding everything so there's not more evidence? And I was taking his ass to the trash compactor. You think I do that? No. That's usually your job. But you're high out of your mind or something. So I'm sorry that I didn't walk up 17 flights of stairs to come tell you guys, and I was doing work, and then I found these people and we're talking about things. I didn't really have time.
Pele then kind of comes in with the corroboration that he had been already keeping eyes on y'all. Pele's nice because Pele doesn't need to lie much here. Pele already has said to you, Evelyn, that he has eyes on you because of your earlier inquiry through your own computer that you did with your earlier blood alchemy. So he honors that when telling that again to the group, and says that he directly interfered when he saw you melting the security infrastructure through the lenses and was like, listen, this melting is also, too much. Like, we can do this in a subtler way. And hence why we're all heading to the security room to clean this up a little nicer and easier.
Okay, then I guess just look, we've been doing this for a while. We need to be cleaner about this.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking hungry, all right?
Oh no, trust me, I get it. I think have I calmed down a little?
I think now is around the point where the opiates are making their way out of your system. The kind of shock to the system of the realization of the potential danger for Evelyn, and the fact that it's been 2 full scenes at this point means to me that I think the high has filtered its way out of your body.
Okay, he says, I feel a bit better myself. I know what it's like when you're just trying to get a quick bite. Okay, let's make this fast. We don't want her to get any further than she can. The more the time passes, the harder her trail gets to follow. Let's see if there's anything on the cameras.
All right.
You arrive to the security room. There's a brief kind of Morse code style knock from Pele at the door, and the door is opened by a twin in hideousness. Pele sees her as she opens the door and says, "Thank you, sister." Strides in, mwah, gives her a kiss on the cheek, and then heads towards the console. You see, it's a security room, so there's a variety of computers all set up around the chamber, each with CCTV footage running live from every respective floor, and then several views of the various lobby areas, the kitchen area. This is a very well-documented facility. It's the Plaza Hotel.
Is there a dead schmuck security guard in the corner somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be dead, could just be asleep. No, he's dead.
He did.
Hell yeah.
Actually, would they have killed him? That's actually a good question. I think he's unconscious. I don't think he's dead.
Okay.
Just feels like a mess.
Yeah.
We already have so many of those already. So.
The sister introduces herself as Vera Charmed.
I'll wait to decide on that.
And you close the door, connoitering now with these two NosferaTwo, who each pull up a chair and sit down while the three of you stand.
Yeah, are NosferaTwo like short?
NosferaTwo are roundly hideous, but they are not necessarily short. These two are of, I would say, kind of average height. They're both thin. They're
For some reason, I thought NosferaTwo were all like 4 foot under.
No. They can be
Okay, cool.
I do love
like
this
this
world
narrative.
you've imagined.
That is a
of
fun
this-
narrative.
They're always like scurrying around in the sewers. I just thought they became more, I don't know, rat-like.
I
That's
know. I
so
like where
funny.
your mind goes.
There is
No,
a
I do like
subtype of
that.
NosferaTwo who are referred to as rats, so you might be thinking of them.
Ah, I see. All right. I imagined you'd be shorter.
Vera says, weirdly, I get that a lot. Pele to his sister, and they kind of focus up on you both, and they say, "What did you find in the room?"
Well, before we tell you anything, who are you? Did the capo send you?
Your dear friend here sent us, being a little indelicate.
Friends of yours?
They're looking over at Evelyn.
Indelicate? What do you mean?
They didn't like the move I pulled on the laptop.
Oh.
But we've decided that we have a common enemy. And so we are smoothing it over. It's nothing for you guys to worry about.
So you did or you didn't call them?
No.
They found
They
us.
found us.
Then, again, that goes back to my question. Who the fuck sent you?
Us. We don't need to be sent.
No, actually, you're right. Nosferatu are always sticking their noses in business where it doesn't belong.
Hey.
Damien.
And they both touch where their noses should be, and they say, "Hey." Language.
Damien. We need them. Let's play nice, okay?
Don't mind the gangrel. You know how uncouth they are. See, not very nice when it comes to you.
Vera looks at you and he says, "And you can see in his eyes that he thinks you're right."
I know, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And I just give like a piercing look.
Everyone in the room spends 30 seconds just all switching who they're staring at really intently.
So, Vera, you scrubbed it?
As best I could. I'll need to take a little more time to delve in and replace. Police will be here soon, and there's not much I can do about the literalities of the melting. I'm just hoping that the scene up in the room is more to their interest. Question now is, how do we direct them up there and away from the front desk?
I suppose I could give the officer the old, "Oh, officer, I heard a horrible scream on the 17th floor in room 9. Don't ask me how I know."
Yeah, but if they get your face, they're gonna want to get your information. They're gonna want to question you.
Can't we just leave? I'm sure they'll find it later. Why do we have to be involved?
If you want to direct them there, we can take a body from the room, put it in the elevator, and put a big old red spot on floor number 17. The smell of blood is so potent that even a human would be able to tell something went down in there. Hell, I'm surprised the neighbors haven't fucking called.
My only concern is that I'm going to need to find something to scrub in place that explains, and she pierces her gaze over towards Evelyn, melted computer terminals in the center of the lobby of the Plaza Hotel.
Okay, let's steal those or throw them in the fucking trash compactor where you said you put the guy.
If the police literally walk by the front desk, that is, and I hate to say it, one of the better plans.
Thank you. Like I said, we've been doing this a while.
You see the look of a NosferaTwo, frustrated that the answer to this technical problem is to throw the computers in the garbage and not do something really clever with computers.
Damien, go put on one of those work overalls and just go to the...
Got it. He'll go to the janitor's office. Would there be like just a spare? Yeah, he'll.
Yeah, not difficult with the searching you've done thus far to find something you could slip into that could at least pass you off well enough to do a pass by the front desk.
Yeah, exactly. Hat covered way down so it goes, past the face, along the eyes. He's done this a couple of times, so he'll
He's got
discard.
a fake mustache in his pocket and everything.
It's around the point that you're coming out into the main lobby that you see a gentleman arriving through the front door. There are already several police in the lobby proper who are kind of looking around and fanning outwards. A few of them are asking various sanitation workers, cleaning staff, service workers from around the building, hey, we received a call. We got no elaboration. What's going on? Is there an immediate and present danger? They're getting a lot of, I don't know, what are you talking about? Nothing's wrong with here. And you come into the lobby the moment that a kind of sweating, clearly ran from his subway stop looking well-dressed but not well-tailored in this moment gentleman bursts through the front door. Officers, please! I'm sure there's been some misunderstanding. As you see what you presume to be maybe a higher-up hotel employee coming into the building here late at night.
Does it seem like he's maybe drawing some attention to him? I'd like to try to
He's calling out to the officers.
Perfect. I want to use this moment to essentially grab the sweep my way over there and just knock the laptop or whatever just right into the trash and push it along into back into where I came from essentially.
Totally. That is going to involve charisma and subterfuge.
Okay. Honestly, I'm pretty good on both of those departments. I have a 3 on subterfuge and I have a 3 on charisma.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
Yeah, look, I built him to be good socially. He's not he's not the smartest guy, but he knows how to, he can pass by.
He knows how to schmooze.
How
difficulty here I think will be a little higher. I think let me take a look at the difficulty list.
Oh, don't forget to also grab the device if it's been melted, right?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's
all part of one
he's
day.
pushing a
getting it all
trash
into
can. He's basically
trash can.
just knocking into the trash can that he has and then moving along.
Yep. This is a little bit more challenging. I think you would need 4 successes for a success here. Do you want to blood surge?
I'll
ahead of
surge.
time?
Yeah. I want to surge ahead of time. So let me first see if
Roll
this
rouse.
rouses hunger. That's a 10. It does not. We're good.
Beautiful. So add 2 more to the roll. You need 4 successes.
Okay. Let's see here. That's 4. Let me just see if there's any nastiness. Yeah, no 10s. There is a 1, but I do get my 4 successes. So there's no failure, no bestial.
Amazing. Dressed up as an unassuming janitor who's just rolling on through, you sweep the contents right into the bin. And with no obviously melted computers present, the disturbance is not something that's going to warrant immediate police attention, at least while the hotel manager is at least first getting their attention. He's calling them over. What bits you get of conversation, you hear this man introduce himself as Mr. Morgan. He is the hotel manager. He is inquiring with the police as to what they know about the situation, and he seems befuddled. They're answering him equally befuddled, saying, hey, we came because the emergency button was pressed, but we didn't get anything over the intercom. We didn't get any clarification, no code was sent, we just got the buzz and we came through, and when we arrived, there was no one at your front desk. Mr. Morgan seems perplexed by that. He's like, the front deskman for this hour should be Ralph McLuhan. He's a man in his late 50s, balding. He gives kind of a cursory description of Ralph, the man who's currently mulch in the trash compactor in the basement. And the police seem befuddled, but do not have an immediate thing to look for, and by the time they were to make it like behind the desk, you're already on your way away with the melted computers.
Excellent.
So the computers and their meltedness are taken care of. There's one issue. The button. The button and the LED light, the literal emergency button used to call the police, similarly melted with acid. And this is not a loose thing that can get unplugged and swept into a bag. It's a component part of the desk edifice. Is there anything you think you can do about that? Or are you saying, hey, I did what I can? It's on the underside where one could reach under without alerting someone front-facing the desk.
Let's see.
Do you have any way to make your like bestial to almost like maybe scratch it so it doesn't look melted? It maybe just looks fucked up, or like quietly punch it in
I mean,
and make it seem like you tripped. I don't know.
So I have the ability to use potence in a way that essentially allows me to make my unarmed attacks do aggravated damage. Let me read the specifics. It's called Lethal Body.
I just feel like it would make too much noise.
Yeah, my thought is
Yeah.
like, could I crush it? But I think that makes noise and then draws attention. And there's
I
not.
think if there's one small thing
That's like,
It'll give them a mystery.
yeah, it'll give
what
them
is
a
focus
mystery.
on.
happening, it's small enough that I think it's weirder if there's melted computers. If this thing looks like it got melted, maybe it got melted by fire, by something
Like the thing is like, okay, clearly a crime happened. This guy's gone. The melted computers is like a big what the fuck happened here, but this looks like someone's just trying to tamper with the button to get it to stop. Anyone could have done that.
Yeah.
I think that's a little less innocuous, and I don't think Damien McLean's the kind of guy who's like, I think he's the kind of guy who's like, I know when I'm doing too much. Like I got the
Good
big
enough.
piece. Yeah, I think he's like, this is good enough. If anything, good. That'll kind of lead them off our trail if they're chasing this like random innocuous thing that they think is important, but like really isn't tied to anything.
Yeah,
you
they'll
know?
spend more time at the front desk.
Yeah,
giving
they'll-
us more time to leave.
Yeah, they'll be stuck analyzing that. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the fuck out.
Yeah. As you're doing that, Pele is keeping eyes on you through the monitors here in the security room while Vera prepares to tamper with the evidence proper. She turns and says, "We're gonna need to move to a secondary location, and soon. I can help set up a remote link here, maybe do some post-hoc tamper. We'll figure something, but we're not gonna want the image here to be Miss Brighton exiting through the lobby. So, I'll put a Mangione in here. I'll have some schmuck in a hoodie roll on through and have that be that, but we're gonna need to get some cover story here for some consistency. They'll have hands on this security footage quite soon."
So there is footage of Mary Brighton leaving normal style.
That is not what she said.
I think she said, I'm not going to have the footage be her leaving.
Right.
And that we need to just have somebody look like
Yeah.
they're leaving.
So far, she has not shown you anything that is not live footage on the TV. She's kept very close to her personal computer.
Look, we can go over the shared footage. We should move to the secondary location. Who's closest or safest? I'm sure you'd like to be with... perhaps we can go to your...
Two grim smiles have been spreading across their faces, for as soon as you asked where's closest, they each pull out two black Metro cards and just give some smirks and say, "Shall we?"
Yeah.
You don't suppose we could take a cab there?
Honey, it's walking distance.
Okay. Here's the deal. Before we go, we're willing to share what we find on the computer and camera, and you will be willing to share what you've been able to scrub from the TV. I want to know how Mary Brighton exited from this building.
They give a look to each other, a curt nod, and says, "Let's continue elsewhere." You all hold in the security room for a few moments longer. As Damien returns, Vera, who has been just furiously trying to do edits on her computer, gives a frustrated and disgruntled huff and says, Oh, I hate doing this move. And she just rattles off a quick sequence of code, and all the CCTVs in the security room just blue screen out. And she says, I'll have time to edit later, but we're too tight and there's too many angles. I need time.
Oh, you're so good at that thing. Look, you made all of them blue.
She's already closing up her laptop and walking out. She looks disgusted that she wasn't able to completely seal the breach of the Masquerade, like, before leaving the security room. She thinks this is amateur hour.
I'm impressed.
Evelyn is quietly following behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're schmoovin'.
All right.
And as she walks, she knows she has signed a contract that she does not know the contents of.
As you're on the way out, you head quickly and hurriedly through a rear exit, only minutes before the police arrive at the security room, much to their frustration. As you're on the way out, Pele just sidles up behind you, Evelyn, and says, "We're at a minor, Boon. Now, we'll see how this grows. Best behavior."
Always.
And a quick jaunt, only a couple blocks, to your nearest subway entrance as the NosferaTwo hop the turnstiles. Obviously, they don't swipe their Metro cards. What are you, insane? They saw it was $2.90, and that was when they stopped.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's out of protest.
Decorum.
Yeah, they hop the turnstiles in, you follow them after, and they just leap right down onto the tracks and start marching into the darkness.
Damien, I think, has no problem or hesitations. He just follows. Like, this is another day on the job.
Ugh, I shouldn't have worn heels.
Evelyn follows sullenly.
A walk through the darkened tunnel of the subway along the rail tracks, only for a few minutes. There is a distressingly closer and closer light of a train coming up behind you that looms nearer and nearer, as the two NosferaTwo siblings in front of you seem to not even put much of a spring in their step, until, with the train only maybe a couple 100 meters away, they pivot off to the side and tuck into some side entrance. Welcome to the labyrinth.
I've always wanted to, like, go into the subway, you know,
Yeah.
like, places. Like, I've actually always wanted to do that ever since, like, the freaking Ninja Turtles. This is kind of great
I've
for
always been
Neo.
afraid of doing that. I'm like, what am I gonna find?
And what if I, like, accidentally go to the labyrinth?
Obviously, the Nosferatu and all the cool
Obviously.
graffiti.
Think of all the cool rats that are down
I
there.
don't want to think about that. But here I am, living it.
There's only one cool rat on the subway I care about, and he's a proud father of 4.
This
Oh god, now I want to have the other NosferaTwo in their group just be named like Leo and Ralph.
yeah.
But no, they lead you through a series of winding, cramped, air-choked tunnels with nary a light in sight. What is y'all's seeing in the dark situation? Any of you have that ability?
I do. I have the Eyes of the Night. Popped up in episode 1 when I tried to make my daring escape and failed miserably.
I don't think I have that.
Neither do I.
You both have to literally hold each other's shoulders and daisy chain just to be able to follow Damien as he follows Pele and Vera. And in due time, you enter into a space illumined solely by the dull flicker of many computer screens. A home, after a sort. A ratty, threadbare mattress on the ground. Several computers set up in a pile in the corner. A keyboard, in English, QWERTY style. An AZERTY keyboard next to it. An Arabic keyboard, a Chinese keyboard, a bunch of different keyboards, all wired connected to these various interfaces, scattered along the ground like so many pointy Legos.
Is this why you never get service on the subway? You two are hogging it all?
Pele's hands go up. You got me.
That explains a lot.
Do you get the Twitter down here too?
Vera just like looks at you and says, X, the everything app?
God.
Oh yeah, I thought that it's weird because you type in Twitter and it still takes it to you, but then if you go on the Google, it says X. I was confused.
Who do you think writes all of Grok's responses?
Wait, you're Mecha Hitler?
Wow.
Pele elbows Vera and says, okay, she's stupid, but she's not that stupid, sister.
What's Grok?
And then Pele just like looks 1,000-yard stare and says, the Malkavians really are mad.
I was born and raised in the 70s. Computers aren't really my thing. I just use it to check on Tay-Tay.
All right,
On
let's
who?
maybe tighten up.
Yes, of course.
Let's bring our view of the conversation up a little bit and figure out what information gets shared between everybody in the coming conversation. We don't need to play this out in real time. Before we begin, a little sidebar with Evelyn. On the way through the labyrinth, Pele led from the front and Vera held here at the rear, and you were last in your chain as you made your way through the tunnels. Meaning Vera had a little opportunity to whisper in your ear on the way back to help with your story. She leans into you as you're making your way through the tunnels, and Vera says, your story may well need a little updating. Mary Brighton entered that room several hours ago through its door. And the next time that door opened was the three of you walking in half an hour hence.
I know it.
She never exited through that door, so I'd have a tough time spinning a tale of it being her who drained poor Ralph McLuhan. So now, Evelyn, knowing that there is a major discrepancy in the footage that would hamper your original lie that Mary was the one that killed the front desk man, how are you comporting yourself in this scene? Are you offering an update to your story? Are you shrinking more into the background and letting other people talk? What's your kind of approach?
I think Evelyn feels her back against the wall and is just going to play dumb in the way of just being like, wait, but if Mary didn't come out, like, does that mean she has an accomplice? Does that mean she wouldn't have gone back in? Is she working with someone? Like, what's happening? Kind of thing of like, I don't know.
That feels, because it is something of an update to her narrative, where she had initially been saying like, oh, Mary must have like passed us by or something like that. Like, it would probably necessitate one more update to this attempt to lie. So let's have from you, in keeping with that lie, a manipulation check. I think this one will be plus subterfuge instead of plus performance. You don't really have as much of you're not so much performing as you are just trying to like kind of downplay and play dumb, which feels right for subterfuge. And then maybe like an individual roll from both of you instead of a combined help roll.
Okay.
Wits plus insight to see how you kind of feel about the nature of this tell.
I'm gonna not blood surge because I have a feeling I'm gonna need my willpower or whatever in the future because I have worse lies.
Totally.
All right, I have 3 again. All hunger die.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's get the rolls from the people who are interrogating first, or rather inquiring first. So from you, Skylar?
For me, that's gonna be it's 2 successes.
2 successes?
That is only 1 success.
Are any of those hunger dice ones?
No, it's a 5 and a 4.
Okay. So only 1 success and then 2 successes from Damien. Let's see if you can clear 3. Holly, what'd you get?
Oh, I got no successes.
Oh no!
I got no successes. Don't even worry about it. I got 2 1s, a 5, and a 2.
Wow. And yet no. Are any of the ones on hunger dice?
No, I have no. I'm.
You're full.
I'm full. Don't worry. I'm stuffed.
So I think at this point, both of you are starting to smell the holes in the story, and at some point, you just gotta call a duck and say, this is looking like it was probably just kind of a botched feed from Evelyn that she then had to put away.
So you're telling me some random person came in...
Damien. Forget it. I'm gonna use... Yeah, I will use Cloud Memory on Damien to just, like, drop it.
Okay.
That's really interesting.
That's interesting. That's contested when it's another vampire, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Ooh,
right. Juicy.
What am I
roll to
rolling?
rouse.
Yeah, roll to rouse. Ooh, that's a 7?
You don't get hungry.
Nice.
Oh, actually, I apologize. I called that out too early. There's no rouse check for Cloud Memory.
Oh yeah, it's free.
My unbeating heart is beating so fast right now.
So from our Clouder, it is Charisma plus Dominate. Damien, the prospective victim, it's Wits plus Resolve.
Okay. That'll be... I have 4 with Wits and Resolve, but I also have a feat called Unswaying Mind that allows me to add my toughness, or my fortitude rather, to anything that is intimidation or powers from Dominator presence.
Oh, okay. This is a power from Dominate.
So I have 7 dice going into this.
Wow.
Shit, I only have 6. Is there anything I can do?
You could...
Blood surge.
You could surge.
I'll surge.
Make it 8. 8 versus 7 die roll. This is crazy.
Do I know, like, a power is being used on me? Like, would I...
You'll know afterwards if you fail. If you succeed.
So keep the... So we know you don't go up in a hunger level because you already rolled a rouse check accidentally earlier for the ability, which you don't actually need to use.
Cool,
So
so you
we'll
just
take
use
that
that
for
for the
your
surge.
surge. So 8 dice from you, Neo, and how many from you, Skylar?
7.
Jeez,
I
Louise.
don't suppose I can surge on this as well, can I?
If you want to.
I don't know if Damien likes his mind being played with. This feels very juicy. But I'm also at 3 hunger. I'll let it be. I don't
Let it
want to...
be?
Yeah,
Let's
I'll let
see.
it... I'll roll a 7.
Machi.
5 successes.
Oh my god, 3 successes. Shit.
Don't pull that shit with me, Anastasia. You know better than that. And you should know better than that. You think that some random schmuck came in, killed a guy, and then fucking left?
Oh, and Damien, did you willingly chose to drink out of a junkie?
Yeah, but my opioids didn't fucking cause the mission any harm. Sure, yeah, I was a little slow on the job, but I didn't get caught on fucking cameras.
And I didn't get caught on cameras.
Yeah, thanks to these two, I bet.
Both of the NosferaTwo just wave. They love mess.
Damien, I apologize. I didn't mean to pull my move on you. I just...
No, it's... Look, I get this is a messy situation. None of us expected to walk into what we walked into today. I get it. Just be honest with us next time.
Oh, and you're always honest with us.
I know that we're not always honest with each other, but at least we could have bailed you out if we known.
I was bailing myself out, all right?
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. Look.
Oh, God.
All right. What happened? Okay,
You were hungry.
he ran.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was fixing it. They fix it a little more efficiently, all right? It's nothing you two or the Masquerade needs to worry about. Now let's all be honest with each other. We all fucking lie to each other.
Well spoken.
Fair enough.
Pele ruefully says, I think I've been entirely truthful, but what do I know?
Thank you, Pele, for being the beacon of virtue in this masquerade that I may look at to better myself in the future.
We have bigger fish to fry. This could still be a big score for all of us. I won't tell anyone.
The window was open and the lock wasn't closed. I kind of put 2 and 2 together, but that's okay, sweetie. You know, sometimes a beast gets the best of us. That's why I'm saying you should come to my meditative practices. You could learn a little something. I run 3 meditation classes online. Isn't that fun?
Can't wait.
It'll be great.
With that, the 3 of you and the 2 NosferaTwo take some time to collate and bring your data together. Evelyn, your debt to the NosferaTwo will still be honored and useful. They'll still be tampering with the footage such that you get exonerated of your crimes in the eyes of everyone who isn't currently in this room, and thus your own little private masquerade, is maintained. So you'll keep to that minor boon owed for sure. Beyond that, some information shared. I'm assuming you all kind of share the basics of what you found there in the room. The NosferaTwo in turn share what they have surmised in their scrubbing of the larger security feeds. Mary Brighton arrived first. She arrived before the remainder of her filming cohort. About a half hour beforehand, she arrived, came up to the front desk very shortly after sunset, walked up to Ralph McLuhan. May he rest in peace. Had a very brief conversation with him before he walked his way right on over to the elevator with her.
I've seen that trick before.
He gave her the room key for the room, not his master room key, seemingly at her directive, and then she let the remainder of the crew in when they came and visited later on. The rest of them entered, and none of them exited the room. The next people to go through that door were you three upon your arrival a few hours after they did.
Does the roof have any cameras?
Or I was going to say the street level where she might have exited from the fire escape.
The rooftop of the Plaza Hotel would have cameras. It hosts their rooftop champagne bar. So there are cameras both showing the interior of the bar as well as a few that have view on the veranda. And in their scrub through the footage, she never went to the rooftop.
What'd she do, turn into a puff of smoke?
Vera snorts a little bit and then walks on over to the wall and walks up the wall and walks up and onto the ceiling before dropping down back to the floor. And she says, I don't know. It's a mystery.
Toreador can do that?
Oh my god, the flowers. Oh honey, it's not a thin blood, it's a freaking Toreador.
Damien, your immediate question in the wake of the NosferaTwo's little joke, you said Toreador can do that, and you rack your brain. The disciplines of the Toreador are auspex, celerity, and presence.
None of those seem like they'd let them just walk off walls. You need to be like a gangrel with animalism to maybe like fly off or do like I mean, you know, you guys got that whole funky wall trick, but unless she committed like a diablerie or has been draining other vampires, I don't know how she'd get that kind of power.
Vera's smirk disappears at the thought she'd not been putting much consideration into the clan of this one. And as you reveal the nature of the flowers carved in their chests, she furrows her brow as Pele speaks up, and he
Unless
says,
she's a caitiff?
Caitiff, a Toreador who's done something very bad, or someone interested in slandering the Toreador.
I was just about to say. Upon retrospective, those flower carvings, they seemed crude, right?
Crude in as much as they were seemingly done with her teeth.
Still,
But
though.
they were accurate to the Toreador rose. They were like the right number of petals.
It could be either. It could be slander, or it could be just a Toreador who decided they wanted to be a star.
But who would want to frame the Toreador and make them look bad?
Who wouldn't?
I mean, it's the Ventru who are the big shots right now. If anything, they'd be the ones to take down. The Toreador are annoying, sure, but like, you know.
Could I use my skills in occultism to maybe recall deep-seated beef?
Yeah, beef, and also
Between the
maybe just
Toreador.
like some relevant history of Toreador
Yeah,
more
because
broadly as well. Yeah.
I have a specialty in occult.
Yeah, that would work for me.
So would it be occult and then anything else? or
Occult
just-
and intelligence.
Okay.
Is your specialty in occult? Is it academics occult?
It's academics and occult are my specialties.
So it's whatever dice you would roll for that +1 because it's specialty.
So I'm rolling 8 die because
Okay.
I have 3 intelligence Occult
Okay.
is my special. Oh, I should have been rolling an additional die for performance because that's my specialty. Hey, sometimes you forget things.
Sometimes you forget
I
things.
still got it.
It's a big game.
And then a 4 for occult.
Okay.
Wow.
4 failures, 4 success.
Very nice. You were asking about Toreador recent history. You were asking about Toreador and...
Just any, like, beef that a Toreador might have with a different clan, or, like, if there's any interconnected, like, rivalries.
Basically, who would want to frame a Toreador?
Yes.
In general, the Toreador have, for their big persona, have actually been pretty good about towing the line in recent years in terms of Ventru domination of New York. The Toreador own the Lower East Side, Gramercy, the East Village, so they're in proximity to a lot of Ventru holdings like the Upper East Side, Soho, Midtown. They're all in relative cahoots, and up to this point, the Toreador have been one of the more cooperative clans with the Ventru Dominion. In terms of their contributions to the overall Masquerade, they've been pretty breezy. Toreador are often slightly more in the public eye than your average vampire, given their proclivities for artistry, performance, high society, rabble-rousing. But in general, the Toreador have been pretty above board recently. They've actually are, in recent years, doing better than a lot of times past. In the age of the internet, it's a little easier for Toreador to get their aesthetic kicks while still maintaining Masquerade civility. It's what makes this video stick out all the worse.
So does that, if that doesn't give us anything obvious or like a group to jump on, the other thing I would like to do is, can we run the IDs of the other 4 people? Were one of these other people a vampire that got drained alongside humans?
You looked at the bodies. You'd have been able to identify if any of them were vampires.
Oh, wait, like their bodies would have, just like holding or observing that would have given it away?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you, a blood leech, have the
Okay,
basic
yeah, you know what?
sensibility
That's
of
fair enough,
pulling
fair
up
enough.
somebody's lip when you find a corpse. But yeah, no fangs on those corpses.
Okay.
Those were all human. To elaborate a little more on your occultism roll, you got a 4, which gives you some pretty challenging bits of informational results. And Sky, we will be following up on some informational follow-ups from our NosferaTwo friends as to the nature of who is this Mary Brighton character.
Hell yeah.
But as for while the Toreador themselves don't have much in the way of recent occultic drama, the possibility that a discipline outside of regular Toreador usage seems to have been utilized to make this escape possible does imply one of a few options. We've listed a few here. The caitiff, those who can possibly search for and find disciplines from across different clans as they determine exactly who it is they belong to. Perhaps she aspires herself a Toreador in spite of her current disciplines. Another possibility, diablerie, the consumption of another vampire such that one could steal a discipline in the killing. There is one other historic possibility that brings to mind how a vampire could embody a discipline beyond the ordinary reach of their clan, and that would be the disciplines and rites of inauguration of the Church of Set. The Setite ministry have not been much of a present in New York City or in America broadly in quite some time, but in their day you've studied in your own occultic lore, they were a clan, a converting clan. A clan that would find members of other clans, practitioners of other disciplines, and through rites derived from diablerie, change the nature of their blood entirely, removing their allegiance to their former clan and binding them to the truth of the mystery of their dead god Set. An antediluvian figure they presage to return and rule over all other vampiric clans, making them their lessers.
I'm guessing you share this?
Yeah. I think Evelyn, as everyone's kind of bouncing back and forth, walking on walls, Evelyn is racking her brain, being like, why would someone do this? Why would someone do... Oh, fuck. As I think Evelyn, high-key, low-key, beefs with the Church of Set.
I bet you would, church lady.
Yeah. She's like, guys, I think I put it together. And Evelyn will share her findings.
It would make sense that she'd be able to possess multidisciplinary behavior if this Church of Set practices diablerie-esque rites. Good lord, that sounds...
But I mean, even more to that, I would kind of show off what she said at the end of the video. She's gonna be a star or whatever. You know, like, if she's able to gain other powers, that kind of high could send her into like a power frenzy. She probably thinks that she's gonna be the top dog soon. Might explain her message a little bit.
I'm still of the opinion that she's some Toreador nut who decided to go public and break the Masquerade so she can huff her own fame.
At this point, Vera pops up from her computer and says, unless this cover story's been going for quite some time, Mary Brighton is Toreador. And she turns her computer around and pulls up an encrypted window of the now private ShrekNet, utilized only by NosferaTwo for an index of relevant interest to vampires. Mary Brighton has been a Toreador for a long while. She was turned in the 30s.
Name hasn't changed, no mask?
A few masks. Mary Brighton has moved through several performance names in her life and in her time, but Mary Brighton seems to be her true and original name, and she was performing this pornography under it. A venture that she's only undertaken quite recently. There's like 3 or 4 other videos to her name, and in a quick scrub, none of them contain such flagrant breaches. None of her prior art projects have.
Is this her fucking audition?
This feels a little strange. A woman of the 30s probably wouldn't be... There's something a little bit deeper here. We should go speak to the Toreador. Maybe they know where Mary Brighton is. If she's one of their more illustrious members, surely they'd have some information on her.
Could be a good way to strike a deal, too. If we have evidence that she's broke the Masquerade, the last thing they want is that stain left tied to their name. We can clean this up cleanly without anyone having to find out.
We need to figure out more about what motivated this change.
Or who controlled it.
She's been operating quietly since the 30s, and seems like a strange time to make the breach now.
In the meantime, though, it could be good to be looking out for that set thing. Maybe she's been doing that. We all have our private time. Could be something she's done low-key in the background. Are there any known locations for these other churches? Are there friends of yours you could connect us to?
Pele looks up in response to that and says, we'll get to work on a search for that, as well as getting into this laptop. Besides, us two, and the hideous siblings look at each other saying, we never got on very well in Toreador spaces, so perhaps that's an Elysium best left for you 3.
Joy.
Time to visit the princess. And we shall. We're going to take a journey into vampiric high society with some very pointed questions on the next episode of Tiny Table.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review. If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!
Welcome to the Shoutout Corner. And while some may argue it has taken too long, for this week I'm finally assigning you all famous or at least notable vampires across different media. Here we go. For Anna, you're getting the classic Vlad Dracula Tepesh. otherwise known as Dracula. And for Drake, bouncing off that, we're going to assign you Alucard, oftentimes the son of Dracula. If you want to go from the Castlevania series or from Helsing, either's fine. Next up, EG, you're getting Blade, another good Dampier, half vampire, much like Alucard. Next up, Jade, you're being assigned Morbius to keep a little, I guess, Marvel connection? Both of those are Marvel, right? Anyway. Joe, you're getting Edward Cullen. Classic. Next up, Jordan, I'm assigning you Count Von Count, who's my personal number 1. Cly, to keep things cartoony, we're assigning you Count Chocula, perhaps the most delicious vampire on this list. Next up, Logan, you're being assigned Elizabeth Bathory, who is notable from what I understand from some literature, but I only know her because of Castlevania Nocturne. Regardless, Matthew, you're getting Lestat de Lioncourt, and I really hope I pronounced that first name correctly. Nancy, you're being assigned the Lost Boys. Just straight up, all of them. There you go. Pleasure Goblin, you're getting Carmilla, who I learned in researching for this actually predated Dracula in origin, which is pretty interesting. Sparky, you're getting both Spike and Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Stefan, you're going to get a more recent notable vampire in Asterion from Baldur's Gate 3. Tammy, we're going to give you a true classic of all classics, Count Orlok, aka Nosferatu. So notable, in fact, that they have an entire clan dedicated to them in Vampire the Masquerade. Come on. Next up, the first 4 notes of Megalovania. I'm giving you both Damon and Stefan Salvatore from Vampire Diaries. And again, I hope I pronounced those correctly. I've not actually seen the show. And finally, Thy Dungeon Gal, I'm assigning you who I think is my personal favorite from this list. You might have thought it would have been a classic from a novel, but instead, it was me, Dio. We're going with Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But with that, folks, well, I'm sure there was some bias on my end. If we missed your favorite bloodsucker, feel free to, I guess you can't really leave comments on a podcast, so message me, email me, shoot a text. You never call anymore. Your father and I are worried. See you next week.